Good evening, everyone. Boy, I'm wearing black, and with the dark room, it looks like I'm just in dark hair. Looks like I'm just a floating face. That's all you can see. It's a little weird. So this week we are going to continue our lessons on Advent. And as you know, Advent is a season of anticipation and preparation. And with Advent comes the promise of, or at least the hope for, peace, which is the second week of Advent. But what does peace truly mean? So we know it means kind of the opposite of war, right? It's the absence of war. But it's much more than that. Peace in its truest sense is shalom. So that's the Hebrew word and it encompasses a lot of things like wholeness, harmony, well-being. It's the quiet knowing that all is right, even in the midst of chaos. And this is key because peace doesn't just mean everybody's always agreeing with each other. That would actually be kind of boring. So just like courage doesn't mean you don't have fear. Courage means that you act in spite of the fear, right? So peace is kind of like that. And that peace means respecting each other and getting along with people in spite of your differences and in spite of the fact that you might have different opinions about things. So I am going to read you some thoughts that children had about what peace is to them. Peace is a wish that grows around the world, everyone feeling music in their hearts, everyone having someone to love, everyone knowing they're in a safe place, everyone knowing they're beautiful inside and out. Singing together, making art and sharing it with others, growing a garden, planting a tree, protecting animals. Happiness for all, peace on earth, and pizza for all people. That's a good one. Being kissed goodnight, every child having a family, every child having a ball to play with. At least one hug a day and a warm bed to dream in. The angel in my heart, using your voice for good, treating others as you wish to be treated, sending all soldiers home to their families, people shaking hands, which we don't do much anymore these days, do we? But we still give each other peace at our worship service. Keeping our world safe, knowing anything is possible. Having fun and being kind, helping people in need, everyone having a good education, everyone having good food. Goodness, laughter, love, meditating in nature, the beauty that surrounds the world. And these were thoughts about peace taken from a group of 5 to 11-year-olds, and it came from kidsforpeaceglobal.org. So this week, the Advent candle is the peace candle, and that candle reminds us that peace isn't a passive state. So like the flame of the candle, it needs to be tended to and cared for. So what are some ways that we can cultivate peace within ourselves and share it with the world, especially at this time of year during Advent? Well, you can practice stillness. We have such a busy world, it can be helpful to carve out moments of quiet reflection. So give yourself a chance to listen to your own soul and not just the noise of the world that usually surrounds us. You can pray to God, you can meditate, you can go for a walk in the woods, whatever allows you to reach a place of stillness where your own inner voice isn't blocked out by the world around you. You can seek forgiveness. This can go, well, it's a big, important part of achieving peace, forgiveness. And also, holding on to anger and resentment isn't fun. It's like you're carrying a big stone all around all the time, and you don't want to do that. So if you forgive others, and if you forgive yourself for things as well that you need to forgive yourself for, that is one way you can cultivate peace. And you can offer compassion. So look beyond your own needs, and so you can see the struggles that others are going to and help them out, offer just a listening ear, or maybe a helping hand, or even just a kind word. Even just the smallest act of compassion can just ripple out in so many ways and have great effects. So we're going to do an activity like we did last week for hope. I want you to think about what peace means to you by using each letter of the word peace to think of a word that defines what peace is for you. So get out a pencil and paper, and I want you to put one letter of each letter of the word peace vertically, and then fill in a word for each letter. And the words that I came up with were presence, and this not as in gifts, but as in presence, because that's sort of like you have to show up. You can't just, peace is not something that's passive. And for E, exchange, because it's very much, peace is something that can happen or not between people. Acceptance. This kind of goes along with forgiveness. Sometimes you just have to accept things and accept people for what they are, even if you might not agree with them. Contentment and ease. There's a certain, peace isn't easy to achieve, but there's definitely an ease that comes with it when you do achieve peace. So just like we talked about last week with hope, you can cultivate peace. And to some extent, it's a choice. So to let go of anger, to cultivate kindness, and to offer compassion to others and to yourself as well. So that is all for this week's Advent lesson. I will see you next time.